In our days, a lot of women have become the victim in the hands of their mothers-in-law. Yes, instead of them marrying to one man, they end up finding themselves that they are actually married not only to one man, but to also mother-in-law, involve also sisters-in-law. These women, they go to bed day and night crying, all just because of the treatment that they've been receiving from the sisters-in-law, mother-in-law. These women, they are no longer happy to even enjoy the beauty of getting married to someone. In this video, I am going to talk to you on how to deal with such kind of mother-in-law. Also, I'm going to talk to someone about how to protect a woman in the hands of such kind of mother-in-law. Before we get to start, let me welcome you guys to my channel. My name is Dopsy and I am a marriage and relationship counselor. So I'm going to be more straight in this video, and I'm not talking about someone out there. Not all women are bad, but at least to those who are bad, they need to watch this and pay more attention on how to treat other people. The Bible says marriage is for two people, a man and a woman, which is a husband and a wife. God did not involve the third person. If there has to be a third part, that would be God Himself. So, you, as a mother in law, or a father in law, or a sister in law, you don't have the right to go and interfere into business of two people, all just because one of them is your son or one of them is your daughter. A lot of people are getting divorced in our day, all just because of such kind of behaviors, whereby you find someone who says that they're your mother-in-law, someone that you confide, you see them like your mother, but the treatment that they're giving to you is more different than the one a mother should have gave to the daughter. Of course, not all mother-in-laws are bad. There are some mother-in-law who are very good and they can treat you like if you were their own daughter. But there's still those mother-in-laws who they want to compete with you, who they feel like all the things that they, they used to do to their son, and now because they so care too much about the son, they come and start taking all those frustration upon you. It is about such kind of mother-in-laws that we are talking. But how do things usually get to that point? How do a mother-in-law get to have that attitude toward the daughter-in-law? Is that they knew each other before and they never like each other, or how is it? How the whole things always start? Here is what of the most of the case that we receive from different people giving testimony, and when we compare, this is how it usually always starts. First of all, what is happening here is that the moment when a guy decides to bring a man to his family, or to his mother, I should say it that way, it is either the mother like the girl or either she don't like her at all. It is always be like that. All two options. Either she will be more welcomed in the family, or either they don't like her. And some people, it will happen that they'll bring the girlfriend to the house or fiance and introduce to the family, and the mother they don't like the girl. But just because the guy imposed himself on them, saying that not whether you guys like her or not, this is the one I'm going to marry. From that moment, as long they have not sit down and try to resolve the problem, you must just know that that girl, she will still never gonna be welcomed in that family, because the smile that they'll be giving her and all the things that they'll be doing to her, it will all just be the actions of the act of pretending. They'll actually pretending to show that they like her, but deep inside they don't like her. So here's one tip for you guys, gentlemen. If you bring your woman to your family, you must check the attitude. You must talk to them after the woman left. Ask them the opinions. Let them be honest. For an example, ask them this question. So please tell me, What do you think about this lady? Such kind of a question, pay attention when they're giving you the answer. And their reactions will tell you quite a lot if they like the girl or not. But if it happened that they don't like the girl and you love the girl, you want to marry her, what can you do in order to protect her? Because what one of the biggest mistakes that most of men we make is for the fact that we know that our mother, our sisters don't like this girl I bring home, but yet we push things, we go ahead and get married to that girl. That's, you will say that is love, but it's not love. Because if you love someone, you can't put them at that risk. You know very well that your family, they don't like this girl, but yet you push, you go ahead and get married to her. You also, my sister, you know very well that you are not welcome in that family. They're giving you attitude, you can see the spirit, the vibe is very high. Yet you just go like that and say, yes, I do. No. Instead, what you need to do here, first of all, my sister, you need to solve out that problem before you get to say yes to that man. Because if you don't do it and you go ahead and say, yes, I'll marry you, you must know that this problem, it will catch you up soon or later. It's still gonna come back again to you. All because you have engaged yourself with a person whom the family members, they have not accepted you yet. So it is very important you get to know that if you see that there's some vibes or attitude here that you don't get along with your family, then try to do things in the right way. Go to your mother-in-law, sit down with her, tell her that, Mom, I am your daughter. Whether I marry your son or not, but for the fact that you have a grown man like him, you deserve all my respect as a mother or as a daughter to you. So please, here, I'm in love with your son. I love his characters. I love one, two, three about him. You need to mention all those things. If the guy is romantic, tell him he's romantic. I like the way he talk to me. I like the way he respect me. So that is the reason why I would love to marry a man like him. So please, whatever you think bad about me, whatever you think that I don't deserve to have the love of your son, please give me a second chance. Let me show you that I'm here to love your son. I'm not here to play with his feelings. I'm not here for one, two, three reasons. Try to convince your mother-in-law to love you. Because a lot of women also make a mistake only just because they're trying to compete with the mother-in-law. She's the mother who gave birth to your husband or your boyfriend or whatever you call him. So you don't need to compete with her. Because what is happening is that the guy is at work, the mother-in-law comes with with her attitude toward you, she insults you, she say rough words on you. You also, you pretend like, no, I'm fine, I'm not gonna respond. She's a mother-in-law. If I say anything, I'm gonna have a problem with my husband or my boyfriend. Then you waited, she leave. When your husband comes back home, then you start taking all those things out on him now, telling him, your mother, hey, she was here, she said this, hey, again she said this. You say all those rough things that you have heard from the mother-in-law to your husband or your boyfriend. And him also, since you are controlling him, you control his emotions, his feelings, his love. Out of that love, he would like now to go and rush to his mother or call the mother over the phone. Please don't come to my house. Please don't do this. The moment you doing this, you're not fixing anything. You are actually just putting the fire. You are lighting up the flame in the fire. Things are not gonna get even more easy for you. Because the moment when this man goes to the mother and try to talk to her about what she said to you, you must know that the mother should feel like you are competing with her now. You are trying to challenge her now. Because things that you're supposed to say to her face to face, you did not do it. Yet you went behind the back so that you will go and tell to her son. So she will feel like you are trying to turn a son against her. And when you're doing that, she'll come with all the power. If she used to be the only enemy you heard in that marriage, trust me, she'll go for all her daughters to turn them against you. If she don't have daughters, she'll go against the son to turn them against you. If she don't have sons, she'll go even the cousin to make sure that no one likes you in that family. All just because you try to compete with her, you try to challenge with her. And that is not how you get to deal with a mother-in-law. A mother-in-law, regardless of what treatment she giving to you, you need to keep in mind that she's the woman who give birth to your husband. As long you keep that in mind, then you'll have just to be able to have that big heart to humiliate yourself and try to put everything like, no, this is my mother talking to me, this is my mother shouting at me, and then later on you'll find a proper way to solve the problem more calmly. So, my sister, you don't need to compete with your mother-in-law. That is just from your part. But you also a mother-in-law. You don't need to be harsh on your daughter-in-law. Regardless of what you are accusing her, you don't know much better. You don't know her. You don't know her much better than your son. So, which means you really need to give her time to get to know her and what are her intention for your son. You don't just need to pick up stories and try to accuse someone like that. Because you might have daughters and you won't like to hear your daughter coming back home some days to tell you that, no, see, this is the kind of the treatment I'm receiving from my mother-in-law and my sisters-in-laws. You're not going to be happy to hear such things. So it is better for you to learn on how to respect also your daughter-in-law as much you respect your son. Because when you are in good relationship with her, trust me, if she's a wise woman, she will always motivate your son to remember you, even if the relationship between you and your son is not that good. Because most of the sons out there, they don't remember their mothers. Some of them, they remember their mothers only on Christmas time. But the whole years, they're not even gonna send you $50. But if it happened that you're in good relationship between you and your daughter-in-law, she'll be the person, she'll be like your deputy speaker in the parliament to speak in your behalf, to plead in your behalf, so that your son can sit and wake up and still remembering you that my mom yesterday, did she eat? How did she sleep? And everything. But if you guys were enemies, how do you think? Because everything that your son will be doing, you will start accusing this woman. Oh, since she arrived in my son's life, my son have changed. He don't remember us anyway. You'll start accusing her, but you don't know that somehow, some way, you are the problem. So you need to change that. From the men's side, dear gentlemen, you must first know that it is your responsibility not only to love this woman, but it is to provide for her and protect her. Protect her from what? It's not only protecting her physically, like when there's some robbers trying to rob you guys or criminals, No. You have to protect your woman, even from your own family. You have to protect your woman whenever she's being false accused by someone. Some men, they don't even know how to protect their woman. You are coming from work, your sister or your brother or your mom called you trying to accuse your woman on certain things that she do. You just take the side of the story without listening from your woman. You're supposed to be one body, one heart, one love. So which means you need to protect her. Regardless of what people are accusing her, as long you have not heard from her, you still have to take a side. And the remains to fall later. So it is your responsibility to make sure that you protect this woman from your mother, from your sisters who are trying to abuse her emotionally. Some of these mother-in-law, they can even abuse her physically by bringing the daughters and they'll beat her to hell. Is that what you want for your daughter some days to go through? I doubt. So obviously, it is very important that you keep to protect your woman from such kind of people. And you protect her how? By bringing up peace. Be clear to your family. Tell them that, guys, I have too much respect for you. But you must remember, this is the woman, the mother of my children, the person that I sleep next to and I wake up next to. So if you guys don't respect her and you are treating her in such a way, which means you are disrespecting me and you are treating me in that way. So I'm not gonna tolerate that. I love you guys. I have too much respect for you. As much I respect you, I'll suggest you also to do the same for my woman because I love her. If you think that she have done something wrong that you don't like, something that you really hurt about her, I'm here. If you try to talk to her, she don't listen to you, then you need to come and talk to me nicely without disrespecting her. Don't wait for you to disrespect her first, to accuse her, to insult her, and then come back to talk to me. No, I'm not gonna take your side by then. Be clear in such things. When you do like that, trust me, that's how you bring the two people together and there'll be more respect in the family. I hope you have learned something on how to deal with a mother-in-law. You have taken your lesson. Please, if you find anything interesting about this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And also don't forget to like this video, comment down below, tell us what you think. Also suggest us with a topic that you would like to us to talk to you about in the next video. For now, be yourself, have respect for everyone in order for you to be respected. May God bless you all. Ciao.